Fall. It's about color, texture, and renewed classics. Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm here to tell you about what's happening for fall at the Gap. The collection is on its way to your store, and this video will preview the key items for women's, men's, and accessories. The story for Fall 1 can be summed up in 4 words: quality, fit, value, and quality. That's right, quality is so important that I included it twice. When Lisa Salamone, Tom Kennedy, and Joanne Calabrese are finished talking with you, you'll know why. Okay, so let's get going. Here's Lisa to show you our women's key items for fall.
The Fall Women's Collection is a lot about classic shapes and patterns. If I had to close my eyes and kind of describe it all for you in a few words, it would remind me about the way Grace Kelly looked or Audrey Hepburn looked, something right out of a 50s closet. But the way we've merchandised it and the way we've mixed it for our stores really has a very modern spin on it. Great classic twin sets with skinny capri pants or a herringbone pant, but also classic trousers too, so that there'll be something for every body type, every age. They really are made with the way all Gap products are, with the best quality. So just remember, classics that transcend time, that will be of great value to the customer today and tomorrow. We've really gone to great lengths to spend a lot of time re-engineering all of our patterns and our grades in between sizes to really match what the industry does. Beforehand, our mediums were always size 6 and 8, and now what we've done is changed for the industry to really be more like an 8-10. So if you are a medium, you should be able to wear a medium instead of having to trade up in size. All products will come extra small through large, and all of the key items that I'm talking to you about today will come in also extra large. The first one of those items actually that has the extra large is the twin set, and most of you are familiar with it from summer, but for fall it has a short sleeve shell and a long sleeve cardigan, and it will be offered in the 5 sizes. We think this is a product, as I said, is going to transcend time, and they're going to be able to wear and wear and wear, so we said it must surpass a color fastness test. And what that means is we actually take one of every color of our twin set and expose it to special concentrated lights that simulate months of wearing in hot sun, for example. And we don't want anything to pill or show hairiness on a sweater, so what we've done is also put it through a battery of braided tests that would again simulate multiple washings, and again it surpasses well beyond the industry standards. And one of the reasons that happens is we've gone ahead and bought, not just for the twin set, but all the products that I'm going to talk about today, special long staple fully combed cotton. And you can buy all kinds of grades of cotton in the industry and it's at a premium, but we have chosen to buy the best. The last thing I wanted to share with all of you on our sweaters, both the twin set and our short sleeve turtleneck, and later it becomes our long sleeve turtleneck in fall too, is all of the things that I've mentioned, plus the fact that we fully link these sweaters. Every single stitch is lined up with the stitch on the opposite side of the sleeve or the body of the sweater and is put together on the same needle and then sewn together to make sure that it will not fall apart with all these multiple washings. And all of our buttons, both in the twin set and our wovens and on all of our pants, have passed what we call a 17-pound pull test, so they should stay on a lot longer. Our poly rayon mock, the reason I want to talk to you about that very briefly is the fact that it is not a cotton product, and we mostly do all cotton products, as you all know, but this is a very special product and it's just as high quality as a cotton product. We've blended polyester with a long filament rayon and lycra so that it will keep its shape, you'll be able to get it over your head, and the long filament rayon fiber helps hold the color together. Our women's twill business has 3 very distinct fits, as you all know. Our classic twill is made from one of the finest quality twills, again fully combed cotton, but we use an enzyme wash where we wash every pant from 30 to 90 minutes depending on the color so that we get a consistent soft hand between each color, so each color feels the same even though they've been dyed very differently. They've been used with reactive dyes which hold the color, again going back to color fastness to light, and wash color fastness when somebody does a home laundry. In our slim twill, we blend stones, silicone, and enzymes and wash them for about 90 minutes. Again, to get a soft hand, but it still has a little bit more of a pristine, cool hand when you touch it. And that's how we get there, is from the silicone. It adds that sort of slick finish. And then last but not least is our stretch twill, which all of you know about. But what's important about our stretch twill is that the industry in most cases use a one-way stretch. Ours stretches two ways, both in the warp and in the weft. And when you make a pant like that, what's very important is the seam bursting or the tensile strength. So we've safety locked, again, gone back and added an extra step to all the seams so that you have just that extra bit of value and quality for the customer. You all know quite a lot about denim, but I thought one of the most interesting things is to talk a little bit about the denim fabric and what makes our women's five-pocket jeans better than anyone else's in the industry. We use ring-spun denim, which is an old-fashioned way of making denim. It's a process that's four steps, longer than how we make other types of denim. It's much more expensive, but what it does is it uses the cotton yarns in a more random way. So when you see our women's five-pocket jeans, whether they're stone-washed, antique washed, you get a lot more high-low and a great characteristic to the surface of the jean. And we do it also by washing in a more expensive process, a slower process and a longer process, because we mix stones with enzymes so that you get a very heavily abraded look or more abraded look depending on the finish that you choose, but the durability or the fibers of the denim are still intact by blending those two things, and they're very environmentally friendly together, which is also something important for our customer to know.
Thanks, Lisa. So that's the story for fall. Twin sets, great short sleeve knits, denim, and twills. Outfits that transcend time and project the cool elegance of refined, stylish women like Grace Kelly and Audrey Hepburn. And now here's Tom to tell us about men's. Tom, what do you have for us?
This fall is about classic shapes and beautiful unexpected color. It's about taking a familiar silhouette and making it new, whether through color or detail. It's about taking a familiar item to the customer and making them want it again. It's also about quality. Quality for the field is the service you give your customer. Quality for us is the service we give through our goods. It's taking that extra step to make sure the garment is beautifully constructed, well made, and really wears to the customer's expectation. Polo is a really great item for us. It allows us to show an item in 10 or 12 colors and really express to the customer all the colors we believe in the palette. In addition to that, we take the polo and we use 2-needle stitch work where appropriate. What the double needle does is reinforces the hem and the cuff and makes sure that it doesn't come unraveled. The other thing we do that's really great on the polo is a twill taping on the vents and the neck seam. What this does is not only add some detail, but it reinforces stress points on the garment so that it doesn't rip or tear at those points. The final thing we really do in sewing the polo is cross-stitch the button. The little tiny X that you see when you look at the button not only keeps the button on there so you don't have it falling off, but it keeps other excess threads from hanging out and creating an unfinished look on the garment. The final element in the polo is the wash. Each polo is washed slightly different, the short sleeve with volcanic wash and the long sleeve with an enzyme wash. And then they're both thoroughly rinsed to make sure there's no residue on the garment. What this does after drying is make sure the garment is pre-shrunk so that when you take it home and you wash it yourself, it's going to fit and look the same as it did when you left the store. The great thing about our men's sweaters is we take 20 measurement points to make sure every sweater fits. The other thing I want to talk about is a couple of key sweater terms. The first is fully fashioned. What this means is that each piece of the sweater is knit to size and then assembled. This ensures that the garment fits properly. The other thing I want to talk about is linking. Linking is the way that collars are attached to the body, and this ensures that they don't separate or tear away. Our sweaters go through 4 points of quality audit. The first is when the sweater is knit into panels. The second is when the panels are linked. The third is washed. And the final one is right prior to its shipping. The baby cable sweater has been in development over a year. Its intricate design requires 2,000 needle transfers in the knitting of each sweater and also takes about an hour. The other unusual thing about this sweater is each cable is measured to ensure that a medium has the same number of cables from one sweater to the next. To ensure that a color remains vibrant and colorful after the customer takes it home, it's reactive dyes. Reactive dyes are more color fast and ensure that the color stays with the garment over time. The twist cable crew gets its name from the unusual yarn that requires the twisting of a natural fiber as well as a colored fiber to create the unusual color of the garment. It also accounts for the random pattern of the color throughout the garment. The most important thing about denim is fit and quality. To ensure that all our jeans fit the same and meet our quality standards, we start at the factory floor and at the cutting room. Our jeans are cut in a certain ply height known as 60 plies high. This means that no more than 60 pieces of fabric are stacked on top of each other. What this does is ensure that each piece of the jean is cut to a precise measurement. The other thing we do is we use bar tacks. The bar tacking on the pockets and the belt loops and at the bottom of the fly do more than add a detail to the garment. They reinforce stress points where the jeans would tear or pull apart. This helps maintain the quality of the product throughout the life of it. The other thing we do is subject our fabric to tear and tensile strength. This deals with the yarn strength and is tested against industry standards, and what they basically do is take a sheet of fabric from a jean and pull it till they find out at what point it would rip. And they have industry standards that we meet and make sure our garments do not tear until well beyond the set limitation. With our washes, each of the washes has its own formula and is adhered to make sure that the consistency of your garments is there. What we do is establish a shade band for each of the color offerings like stonewash or antique, and then all the garments that don't meet within that band are thrown out. This ensures that when you look at a denim wall, you're going to have a consistent color as well as a consistent fit. The great thing about our khakis, in addition to the quality of all of our fits, is the consistency of the fabric and the wash that we give it. The garment's given an enzyme wash that allows the garment to drape and have a subtle shading to the fabric and give it a softness and a good hand. The other thing we do with twill, just like we do with denim, is reinforce all the stress points. The belt loops, the pocket openings, the cuff on the easy fit, all have bar tacking to make sure the customer's pant does not rip or pull apart in any way. And another unique feature is the YKK self-locking zipper. This means that the zipper, once the tail is pushed down on it, stays in place and is locked, so you don't have a problem with the zippers pulling open or popping open in normal wear. The most important thing to remember about our twills is the consistency of the fit, the quality of the garment, and the fact that it will age gracefully in the customer's wardrobe. Whisper Weight Thermal involves all that is great about a new season. It's taking a familiar fabric, thermal, and making it new by making it lighter, offering it in color, and also changing its use. Typically we think of thermal as a piece of underwear. Whisper Weight takes thermal into making it an outerwear piece. What you've got is a gray t-shirt in a lightweight fabric that not only offers color, but texture. Some of the details on this garment include overlock stitching on the shoulder as well as the armhole seam, which give it some unique characteristics. What's best about this garment is it embodies what you want to do with garments, make them new to the customer while making them attainable.
Thanks, Tom. So, the important items are the Whisper Weight Thermal, polos, sweaters, denim, and twills. What do they all have in common? Besides quality, fit, value, and even more quality, they've got color, spectacular color. And the other great thing is that Fall 2 will be an extension of Fall 1, with heavier fabrics, more texture, and new colors. Of course, the outfit's not finished until it's accessorized. Accessories add the finishing touch. So, Joanne, tell us what's happening for fall.
Our mission in accessories this season is to be much more focused than ever before. You know, almost 90% of our business comes out of 4 major classifications of merchandise, and that's socks, belts, bags, and hats. We want to be much more narrow in our offering, but offer you much more depth and a color assortment that you've never seen before, which is very exciting and new. Above all, like every Gap product, our goal is to provide a degree of quality that not only exceeds the expectations of our own customers, but even the competition, and really puts us into a league of our own. While we have a lot of great key items for fall, there's 3 items that I really want to bring your attention to. The first item being the logo baseball cap. What a great American classic. What we've done to it is made it a 5-panel hat so it fits more heads better. We have an adjustable plastic back also for fit. It's a wool blend this year, and it's just a terrific quality at $15, and we've added the Gap name. And you know, what is a better asset to our company than our own name? And I have to tell you, never before has it ever looked better than on this baseball cap. The second item I want to talk to you about is our nylon backpack. What we've done is we've searched for a great quality of nylon, a heavyweight nylon. We've had the fabric washed and made it into a classic shape backpack. And then what we did was we added details like PVC trim, we put on oversized zippers, we put on black contrasting stitching to really tie back into the clothing, and all of a sudden you have this great Gap classic backpack, but with an updated twist. It's also great for weekend wear or workout wear, and we just think it's a great Gap classic that will last for many, many seasons to come. The last item I want to talk to you about is an anorak in a sack. This is a lightweight outerwear piece that is water resistant, and the best thing about it, which is our special twist to this product, is that it comes in a sack, a little drawstring pouch made of the exact same fabric that you can carry with you when you're out hiking, biking, camping. If it gets cold, you put it on. If it doesn't, you just leave it hanging from your belt loop or something. Just one last great selling tip. If a customer doesn't want to invest a lot of money in an outerwear piece, our anorak in a sack at $28 is a great convenient, functional, and fun gift in 6 terrific colors that would be an easy sale, add-on sale for your customer.
So there you go. These are very simple items with details that set them apart from the competition. Remember, these items are unisex products, so every customer that walks into your store should walk out with a baseball cap, backpack, or an anorak in a sack. I just love saying that, anorak in a sack. And don't you think that Lisa, Tom, and Joanne did a great job showing us just what sets Gap apart from everyone else? It's obvious to me. It's quality. And keep in mind that these are wear now items. Hey, we call it fall, but let's face it, it's still July. Remember, you can also watch this video again to reacquaint yourselves with the quality of each of these items so you can pass along to your customers. And don't forget to use your product reference guide for even more information on each of these key items. Hey, it's been a lot of fun showing you the merchandise for fall. Good luck and have a great season.